Hi everyone, this is Heba from My Little Journal, and today I'm going to be working on my Take 5 challenge. Now, if you don't know what the Take 5 is, it is a group of some wonderful and talented ladies, and every month one of the ladies chooses 5 prompts for all of us to use in our mixed media notebooks. And this month, Amira chose 5 prompts for us, and they are great prompts. I'm really excited to be using them in my mixed media notebook today. Now, the first prompt is add book pages, and I love using book pages to add texture and to back up all my layers and paint and all that good stuff. So I'm just going to be adding it randomly to my spread. It doesn't really matter. Half of it is not even going to show. And I will also be using these postal stamps. This is from the prompts, so it's prompt number 2. I'm not big on using postal stamps, and I don't even have any. I ended up cutting out some from an older letter that I got, and I'm just gonna add 2 because that's all I had, but I'm still using the prompts, and I'm not worried about the colors of my postal stamps because once I add my paint and everything, you're not even gonna see that red because I'm not big on red, so I'm definitely gonna be covering that up. But they are gonna add a lot of texture to my background. I'm using some really pretty peachy pink, and I will actually grab a darker pink and add that with my peachy pink. I love using my hand when I'm adding paint. I feel like it's so much easier, and I can kind of control where my paint goes, and I don't have to worry about cleaning any brushes afterwards. I'm going to add my stamping. I'm just going to stamp this also randomly, and this is what I love about mixed media. You don't have to perfect your stamping or your painting or anything like that. Everything's going to come together nicely. So I'm just adding my stamping, and then I'm going to grab my darker shade of pink and add that to my spreads. One thing that I love doing is adding gesso right on top of the paint I added to my background. I always feel like when you add the gesso, it makes the colors blend in nicely together, and it kind of looks like one piece of art and not just a bunch of different colors on one spread. I'm going to be adding a third color to my background, and I usually start with darker paint and then I build to my lighter and brighter paint. And so I'm going to end up just adding this yellow paint randomly. I end up making circles with my brush. I don't know what I was doing, honestly. I just wanted to add the yellow, but in a different kind of way. So I end up adding it just here and there. And a lot of this spread is going to be covered up because I know I'm going to be adding a picture because it's one of the prompts from the challenge. So I'm not really worried about how this ends up. I will also be grabbing my stencil and some teal texture paste, because I love adding texture paste to my mixed media spreads, and this teal worked so well against the peach and the yellow, so I'm just gonna go with it. I'm not looking for perfection because, as I said, a lot of this is gonna be covered up. It's just really there to add the texture and the colors to my spread. Now, prompt number 3 is add a quote that means something to you at this stage of your life. And I decided to quote Martin Luther King. I love this quote, and it means a lot in our world today. And I'm going to end up stamping with some of my alpha stamps, "Be the peace you wish to see in the world." And I really believe that peace starts within each one of us, and then we add it to the world we live in. So I definitely love this quote. I'm going to end up also changing up my alphas to just stamp out MLK with a different alpha stamp. And our 4th prompt is add an influential figure in history. So because I used Martin Luther King's quote, I'm going to be adding his photo for prompt number 4. and I really want his photo to stand out. So I decided to use it in black and white because it would look perfect against these beautiful colors in my background. And I'm gonna use some black floral because that is prompt number 5. And my florals are gonna end up actually more white than black, but there's black in there, so I'm good with that. And I'm also actually gonna end up adding some black splatter to my flowers. I'm going to use these flowers to kind of add this like bouquet of flowers surrounding Martin Luther King's photo. And I really, really love how this is going to end up looking with the contrast of the black and white flowers and the background. It just looks really, really pretty. I do want to add some black splatter to my background, and I'm also going to grab some white paint to add some white splatter. And once I'm done adding my splatter to my spread, I decide that I need to kind of give some dark shading to my flowers. I just felt like they blended in way too much, or not blended in, that's not the right word, but they just didn't stand out as much as I wanted them to. So I end up grabbing my black gelatos, and I'm going to just add my gelatos. I'm going to mix them, kind of blend them into the background just to add some depth to my flowers. And I always use a wet wipe. I just wet my finger before I blend in my gelatos. I'm almost done with my spread. I just want to add like a subtitle, and I had these puffy word stickers, and one of the words said dream, and I thought it worked perfectly with my Martin Luther King picture. So I'm gonna go ahead and add that word sticker right next to my photo with a few little stars from that sticker sheet. And then I call my layout done. I will add all the links for all the amazing ladies that are part of this challenge down in the description box. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. And if you did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. And I hope to see you guys very soon. Bye.